the WNBA come to terms with the players' union.
Talk about it after the whistle. Welcome to the Intermission podcast. I'm Fabian. That's Isaiah. We're a Dallas sports podcast, and we're gonna talk Dallas sports. Like we said, the WNBA and the players finally came to an agreement after much delay and controversy. Is controversy the word?
Months of negotiating.
Yeah, after months of negotiating, that's a better way to put it. But I believe this Wednesday, March 18th, they finally came to agreement. Here are the details, okay? The salary cap will now be $7 million, up from last season, the seasons prior, $1.5 million, so 5 times there. It's pretty much 5 times across the board in terms of caps and profit. Supermax deals now start at $1.4 million, which was $250,000 last year. Average salary is going to be around $600,000, which was $120,000 the year prior, and the minimum salary will now be somewhere above between $300,000 and $400,000, which up from $66,000 last year. So it is pretty much like just 5 times better across the board. And then as well as the average revenue share will be nearly 20% across the length of the deal. I definitely think it feels like a win for the players.
It definitely should be a win.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean...
Yeah, they get the pay increase and they get 20% of the profit or revenue.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of what they were asking for. I don't know. I feel like it's not exact. Obviously, they were asking for a little bit more, but for the most part, they got everything they wanted.
This isn't that bad at all.
No, it's not that bad at all. I think it's clear that especially with the expansion teams coming up, that the league was like, hey, we have to get to a point where we can have the expansion draft comfortably, the regular draft comfortably, get these teams settled in with their players they're going to have. Right now, we don't have any players, so their league was under a lot of pressure because of that, and I think that the players got a pretty good deal with it.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with the popularity of the WNBA coming from the older players and the newer players coming in.
Yeah,
I feel like this deal came at a pretty good time.
Yeah, I agree. And again, then when it's time to renegotiate, if these expansion teams are successful, then it's only going to get better for the players, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say ultimately it's a pretty good win for the players, and for the league at large, for fans.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
because WNBA continues to grow.
Yeah, and now, I mean, it's something that now that players will be hopefully more committed to, that can be seen more as a actual. Again, minimum was $66,000, which obviously is money, but it's not. It's not
like what the NBA players strive to go for the NBA for.
Yeah, it's like how much my sister makes at her job. Which, I mean, it's not bad money, but it's not like you're gonna. It's a career, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not like
a 50-year career. It's a 10 to 20 year if you're really, really good and play for a long time. So, just that minimum salary being raised is a big impact.
Yeah, and then hopefully the players, well, like you said, they can commit more to the WNBA. I would say they don't have to really take it easy in order to play in other leagues that keep their getting money.
Be split up amongst other leagues.
Yeah,
that's also the hope. But again, I don't think there was any sort of exclusivity deal signed at all, so it's not against the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll become more like what the MLB has now, where teams can bar players and contracts from playing for other leagues. But like the league didn't mandate that, so there are players that play in the Venezuelan winter leagues or the Mexican leagues in the winter, in the off season. They'll go play for their teams in other countries, but like a team can ban that in a contract, which I mean I think is the way to go about it.
Yeah, it's not that bad. They play in other leagues, but just if they don't, they have a way better spot in the WNBA now.
Yeah, I mean they're less incentivized too.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah.
That's it for the WNBA news.
Is it? I think so. Am I missing anything? Distracted myself.
The WNBA should be starting their practices. Training camp should be starting training camp in like April 19th, I believe.
Yeah.
Should be starting April 19th, and then preseason, and then the start of the season, which is May 9th, I believe it said.
Yeah.
So everything should be going according to plan, which I think. But you said that the expansion draft and the draft overall has been moved over.
Yeah, it's been pushed back a little bit. The regular draft will now be on April 13th in New York City. The expansion draft will be about a week before that, sometime in the first week of April 1st through 6th. So, yeah, we'll see how that shakes up the league too. But
yeah, overall, good move for the WNBA.
I think so.
And the WNBA can grow bigger from here.
That's the hope.
Really good news.
Very much so. I think that's all we got now. I wanted to make sure we got those dates out there. Yeah. Let's talk about hockey. Yeah.
The Dallas Stars.
The Dallas Stars had themselves a pretty good week, I guess. Tough way to end the homestand. We end up losing to the Utah Mammoths, who aren't a great team, in our last game of the homestand. But game prior to that, we beat the Detroit Red Wings in overtime. First minute overtime, I believe. Second minute of overtime, Thomas Harley gets another overtime winner. Feels pretty good. He's pretty good at getting those. But a rough game there. You don't want to go to overtime with the Red Wings. I mean, they're not a bad team. They're also a French playoff team. But Michael Bunting gets his first goal in this game on a power play. That's exciting. But again, it's just don't like to see the other team scoring in the third period to take us to overtime. It's a trend that I don't know about a trend, but it's happened a decent amount on our point streak that this was the last game of. You don't want to see it too often though. I don't want to see that. I want to win in regulation. It's sort of it's just a common sentiment with the Stars right now. Try not to take it into overtime that much, but at least we're winning when we get there. Again, Harley scores an overtime goal. Pretty good game overall. We had the same amount of shots on goal. And Otter just had one more save. It was pretty good. Johnny got himself a goal. And again, Michael Bunting scored his first goal as a Star. Good to see that guy contributing. Then we kind of got beat up on by some Mammoths, which
he got manhandled.
Yeah, I mean, again, through 2 periods, which again, this is something you don't want to see, but through 2 periods, after the second period, we were tied 2-2. Definitely not where we should be. Should be beating the Mammoths pretty decently, I would say. That's with the kind of team we are. Then they score 4 unanswered in the third period. The first one of those being shorthanded. That's bad. But that was rough. I mean, once they scored that shorthanded goal, they got all the momentum. Scored 4 unanswered, ended up going up 6-2, and then in the last minute, the last 5 seconds, Adam Ierne gets a to make it 6-3. But really rough performance again, especially in that third period. But it was much closer even through the first 2 periods than it should have been. And that was without too many power plays. I mean, we both had 3 power plays each. The Mammoth scored on one. Again, we led in a shorthanded goal on one of ours. So, like the last couple of games, I would say our power plays haven't been what they had been. We got to get back into form on that. And again, I don't watch this game actually, but I've been seeing us have a lot of time on the ice when we're on the power play. I don't like seeing that. You switch lines. We have possession. You switch off, get new legs on the ice. You make them get tired. I don't know why we're staying on for over a minute when we're on the power play. It's just not what's supposed to happen, and that's how they score shorthanded goals. What I think. But unfortunately, lost to the Mammoths to end our point streak at 15, 16? One of those two. I think 15. Ends our point streak at 15 is with that loss to the Mammoths, and again, you lose the last game at home with that 6-game homestand. Tough way to lose. But then we go on the road into Colorado. And this was we kind of got dominated in this game. But we end up winning it. I think Otter, clear star, clear highlighted game, clear reason we won, game changer. Ottinger faced 34 shots on goal, only let one in. We only shot, 18 shots on goal, and got one on a power play, I believe. It was a power play. No, it wasn't a power play, but Jason Robertson got one early in the second. Otter let one in late in the first, and then became a brick wall in net, so they couldn't break through them, and then that continued into overtime, and even more so into the shootout, where Otter made some great saves, as he did all game. And then Johnston just put one by Wedgwood. Tough scene for Wedgwood, but good scene for Otter. Again, Wedgwood, being our former goalie, seems like he's played pretty good against us. So if we do end up... we have one more game against them, I believe. But if we do end up meeting in the playoffs, definitely got to be wary of that. But again, Otter played amazing and is really the reason we won this game. But hey, we win this game against the Avs. It did go to overtime, so they still do get a point from it. But we get more points, and now we are officially only 2 points behind Colorado for the best points total in the league. But 2 points behind Colorado. We've played one more game. We have, I believe, 14 games left to play. The Colorado Avalanche have 15. So we are now sort of fighting, hoping to get that top spot. Very likely it's going to be the second place team is going to play third place team, which is very likely going to be Minnesota. So if we can pass Colorado, we don't have to play Minnesota in the first round, which will be an extreme tough matchup, and they'll play each other, hopefully tire each other out. We'll get an easier matchup in the first round, obviously being the number 1 seed. That's where we want to be. And again, we're only 2 points behind. That's entirely possible at this point, at this junction. We just got to keep winning games. And Colorado's been struggling a little bit lately, starting with our game, or maybe the game before our game. But their loss to us in overtime, that was 3 straight losses. And the loss before us was a pretty embarrassing loss to the Penguins. So I guess we had a pretty embarrassing loss to Utah, but they lost 7-2 to the Penguins before losing to us. So if we can just keep winning games, then we're gonna be right there, up there in the first, fighting for first place in the league. Really, first best point total in the league.
Yeah, if they keep.
And there are no curses attributed to that. But yeah, the President's Cup trophy. There are no curses attributed to that, right? No, but we're right there. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But it's gonna be a good last 2-3 weeks of the season.
Good last stretch of the season.
Yeah. It's going to be very entertaining. Going to be back and forth again. We do play the Avalanche once more. Yeah, just one more time. And the rest of the games are winnable. We play the Wild once more as well. So, or twice more, because we play again tomorrow night. So we play 2 more times against the Wild. 1 more time against the Avalanche. Again, getting excited. Any comments?
Not really, but I mean, I guess so. I mean, if this Dallas, after watching this Dallas and Colorado game, I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. The goalies, in my opinion, have to be the most talented people on that team, especially because of how our goalie ended up helping us win this game or win the Colorado game. And if the Dallas Stars end up playing like how they did in the beginning of the season, how they were first place before that horrible losing streak,
Yeah.
and our goalies keep playing like how our goalies did against Colorado, this will be, I'd say, the best part of the season.
Yeah.
And then going into the playoffs, winning like that, I'll be really excited for the playoffs.
Yeah. No, it's good to see Ottinger in postseason form, and that's a compliment. So a lot of people started saying that ironically in recent, but that's completely a compliment. Ottinger's a playoff riser, and it's good to see him starting to rise with this game against Colorado. I think it's clear he's starting to get to his playoff form. Hopefully he'll have a great last couple weeks. And again, I mean, he won because that loss to Utah was not him. The loss to Utah was Casey DeSmith in that. So he still has a point streak going. Otter does.
Yeah, and the Dallas Stars are one of the teams that can, like, they can slow down if it makes sense, and then when the playoffs start, they can be a team that switch it back on.
We're
lot
a
harder.
team full of playoff risers, but especially Ottinger. That's been his MO. He's lights out in the playoffs, and so it's good to see him getting to that form. Had a great game against Colorado. Hopefully he finished off the season well. Again, he's still got himself a 16-point game streak now for Otter when he starts in that 15 or 16. So great to see that. We'll see if he can keep up that play going into the playoffs, and of course I expect him to keep that play going once we're in the playoffs. That's just who he is. Playoff Audie. I mean, again, I said it off camera. I was like, it's playoff Audie. It's 64 saves against Calgary. That's insane. That's playoff Audie. That's Ottinger though in the playoffs. So that's the thing we're seeing. He's playing good goal. He's playing good games. And our offense will get it. I mean, our offense has been getting it. We've scored 4 goals in like 5 of the last 10 games at least. So yeah, at least 4 goals in 5 of the last 10 games. So our offense is there. These last couple games, again, I would say these last 3-4 games, our power play has been a little weaker, but we know we have a strong power play. We've got the 10th best in the league, I think. And again, that was especially the last, that point streak helped a lot. So I have confidence. I have full confidence that we're going to continue playing well. And again, tomorrow, Saturday, we play Minnesota Wild. It's going to be a rough game. We're going to be in Minnesota. It's always a rough game. But honestly, I kind of expect us to win. And I can't really say why. I just do. I'm feeling it. So we're going to be Minnesota.
The playoff energy.
And we're coming back home to play the Golden Knights on Sunday. Hopefully we're not too tired after back-to-back game days with travel in between. So, I mean, again, we should be able to beat pretty much everyone else on the schedule. But we play Vegas Golden Knights here at home on Monday, and then New Jersey here at home on Tuesday, flying to New York to play the Islanders on Thursday. Again, all winnable. That Golden Knights game, I feel like could be a sneaky little, again, I mean, they're a good team. They're not a bad team, but I'm going to call it a trap game after having to travel basically overnight and playing the day before. So beware of that Golden Knights game, but other than that, let's keep playing some good hockey, you know? Don't play like the game against Utah. That was a rough game. Really wanted, and we were mad. You could see that our guys are mad because I think they wanted to win the last game of the homestand as well, at least. But again, they went to Colorado and with the help of auditors, stole a point. And we're right there. We're only 2 points behind Colorado. Let's keep it going.
They got it.
Yeah. Against Utah, it was a lot of DeSmith. I mean, we had more shots on goal than they did, but DeSmith let in quite a bit of goals. He's never taken out of the game. Maybe that was the right play. Rest Otter. I mean, he ended up playing lights out against Colorado. So, but yeah, DeSmith did not have a great game against Utah. Hopefully, he plays a little bit better down the stretch so that Otter doesn't have to start literally every game in the last stretch before the playoffs. Give him a little bit of break time before playoffs.
Yeah.
So, and DeSmith has had his periods of both good games and bad games this season. So, but yeah. You got anything? Good?
No, I'm good. Dallas Stars almost fully expecting to be in the first seed by the end of this stretch.
I don't know about. See how the Avalanche do, but again, they are on a losing streak.
They got it.
They are on a losing streak, but I don't know if do you want first place? I mean, you do logically, but President's Cup. Do you want it actually? No. That's why Colorado's losing. They don't want the President's Cup trophy. Nah, we'll be fine.
Colorado's using reverse psychology.
Yeah, well, again, I don't think it's. When was the last time? It's been a while since the person with the most points in the regular season won the cup. President's Cup curse or whatever.
But you said there are no curses.
Yeah, there's no curses. Who believes in curses? I do. No. Yeah, talk some basketball to me.
All right. Well, the Mavericks had about the same week as they've been having for the past few months now. But starting Friday, the Mavs do almost kind of exactly what I expected them to do against the Cavaliers, losing 105 to 138. But in that game, Cooper Flagg had a really good game, scoring 25 points, 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Max Christie made it to double digits too, with only 12 points. And Najee Marshall played really well with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. The 3-point shooting for the Mavericks has been a really big problem this season.
Yeah.
And this game definitely shows it, with 33 attempts and the Mavericks only making 9 as a team.
Yeah.
So that
Bad.
Sucks, especially for an NBA team.
Yeah. It's not good.
No. But a little problem that the Mavericks have been having were their ability to make free throws. The Mavericks getting to the line is not a problem, but the Mavericks converting the shots into points has been a pretty bad problem.
Mm-hmm.
But this game wasn't really that big of a problem.
No.
Only they scored 20 free throws out of 24 attempts.
Yeah.
Mavericks were able to get 12 steals, but the Mavericks also had 17 turnovers. So
yeah.
Another big reason why the Mavericks have been losing games.
Yeah, I mean, it's just more of the same story for the most part. Again, bad 3-point percentage, a lot of turnovers. Like you said, though, good free throws in this game. Yeah. But, I mean, with all that stuff, mostly the turnovers, a big reason that we've been competitive games is our rebounding's been pretty decent. Did get out-rebounded in this game as well. Big reason why we got extra blown out, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then the Cavs' ability to also score and shoot threes.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Yeah. But anyway. On Sunday, the game that I also thought the Mavericks were gonna lose, the Mavericks end up surprising me and win by 10 points in Cleveland. The Mavericks win 130 to 120, and Cooper Flag and PJ Washington both recorded a double-double. Cooper Flag had 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists. PJ Washington had 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. Najee Marshall also had a really good game.
Yep.
25 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. The Mavericks scored more than 9 3-pointers this game. They only shot 30, but made 15, so like 50% from this game, which isn't that bad.
No, not at all. That's about where people live.
Yeah, that's about the average of where teams should be almost shooting. Also, they made it to the line pretty well and end up scoring 23 points from free throw. They had 13 steals and were only able to turn the ball over 12 times.
Yeah.
Which is still not good, but way better than turning it over 17 times. And then Monday, on the back-to-back, the Mavericks go to New Orleans playing the Pelicans, and they lose 111 to 129. This loss kind of sucks because the Mavericks had the lead for a good majority of the first half.
Yeah.
And then when the second half started, the Mavericks just lost it. And I know you said the Mavericks have been having pretty good defense. It's just during games like that when they have the lead.
Oh, yeah.
It's just...
Absolutely. They just fall apart. Late in the third and in the fourth quarter this season, they just run out of steam, it seems. Don't make any shots and let easy shots in. Or foul a lot. Let them go to the line a lot in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, more like... Yeah, it's like they slip up.
Yeah.
When they have the lead. Which is really weird. But, I mean, despite that loss, 4 out of the 5 Maverick starters made double digits. PJ Washington scored 18 points. Cooper Flag had another pretty good game, scoring 21 points. Max Christie scoring 12 points again. And Najee Marshall scoring 32 points.
He was trying. You can't say he wasn't trying. And then he also, Najee Marshall, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Cooper Flag, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. So they played a good game. And again, it's just
Cooper Flag and Najee Marshall definitely do complement one another. Same thing from 3-point line. They only make 14 3-points out of 37 attempts. They didn't really make it to the line that much this game. Only getting 14 attempts or shot attempts for free throw and only scoring 9 points. Mavericks were able to get 10 steals, and they were able to only turn the ball over only 11 times, which is still not that good, but you can tell that the Mavericks they're trying to take care of it.
Yeah.
All the turnovers coming from Friday have been going down. But then the Mavericks are back home playing against the Atlanta Hawks, and they lose 135 to 120. This game, the Hawks, the Mavericks were definitely put in the corner at the start of the game, losing I think like 12, 15 points. But then the Mavericks are able to come back, make it an interesting game, almost the whole game, and then completely almost losing it
in the third quarter, especially.
Yeah, third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, but I mean, we get outscored every quarter, all the 3 first quarters, but that third quarter especially, we lost it completely.
Yeah, and Cooper Flag and or Najee Marshall especially, after playing an amazing game against the Pelicans, was only able to score 4 points.
And not for lack of trying. I mean, he had 10 field goal attempts, but only made 2 of them.
Yeah. PJ Washington had 23 points, again, having a pretty decent game. 9 rebounds and 1 assist. Cooper Flagg had an okay game. 17 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Max Christie also hitting double digits. 13 points, 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Also off the bench, Daniel Gafford scored a really good 24 points.
Yep. And
snagged 8 rebounds. Klay Thompson also had a pretty good game, scoring 17 points.
Yep. Man, 4 for 10 from 3. So.
Yeah, 3-pointers again. 28 attempts, only hit 11 free throws. Mavericks did pretty good at free throws. 29 attempts and scored, or were able to get 25 points out of those 29. Like you said, they were able to out-rebound, or Mavericks are good at rebounding. They were able to out-rebound the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mavericks turned the ball over 18 times.
Yep. And didn't even have a lot of steals in this game. Only had 8 steals, so
yeah,
weren't even turning the ball over ourselves like the other games.
Yeah, and then at one point, Jonathan Kuminga made an amazing circus full court shot when he was trying to lob the ball for an alley-oop. That was pretty crazy. That's just about how the Mavs luck goes, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, it's about the same story every week. It kind of gets tiring saying it all the time. But there are some pretty good signs that the Mavericks are there. They're just missing like just that little that little piece.
Yeah, I agree.
Obviously they need Kyrie back and they need a more defensive player, I'd say. Or a 3-point shooter.
Yeah, I think so. We need that 3-point shooter. But again, it's like you said, I mean, there's the people that are playing good are exciting, you know. Cooper Flagg, again, last week he wasn't being the main scorer for a little bit. Came back and this week scored pretty much 20 points in every game except for this last one. At least 20 points in every game except for this last one. And again, had some good rebounds and assist numbers as well. And then Najee Marshall and PJ Washington also had some great games this week. So, again, there are people playing good basketball. It just...
yeah, it just gets overlooked because the Mavs as a whole have a bad record.
Yeah.
But we see you.
Seen.
But yeah, it's good to see Najee Marshall still able to play like how he's always been. Because Najee Marshall's been having games where he would hit like 20, 30 points, nothing less.
Yeah.
As of recently, he's been taking a step back, but yeah, these last.
I think it was the gap of without Cooper Flagg, and then with Cooper Flagg not at 100%, but he was also scoring a little lower.
Yeah, that's what I said. He took a little step back, but then these last few games have been really entertaining to watch. But the Mavs schedule coming up tomorrow, Saturday, the Mavericks played the Clippers.
Yep.
And that's going to be tough. I think the Mavericks end up losing that one. But then on Monday, the Mavericks play the Golden State Warriors. And like I said before that Christmas game, I said the Mavericks are kind of like the Warriors in a way. Both teams are kind of still, or especially the Warriors. The Warriors are still looking for their identity, try to hit the playoffs.
Right.
But I think a good competitive game, the Mavericks end up shocking the Warriors. I really hope. I've been saying that every matchup and been proven wrong.
Right.
And then Tuesday, the Mavericks play the Nuggets.
In Denver.
And I'd say Nuggets win.
Yeah, probably. But against Portland?
Against Portland. They should win against Portland.
But yeah, at least a good game, hopefully.
Yeah. They should win against Portland, but I mean, I also said they should win against the Pelicans.
Yeah. But also, that's next week, though. But yeah, I mean, it's more the same. It's more the same. We'll see what games we can win, what games we'll lose. Just hoping that our players keep playing well, stay in form, and don't get injured. As is the rest of the season. How many games are left in the season? 14? 1, 2,
yeah,
6,
somewhere around there.
12 more games of the season. Only 3-4 more weeks. So
Yeah. Thunder already clinched the playoff spot. Who saw that coming? The Thunder embarrassed the Nets. I know we're supposed to be talking about the Mavericks, but the Thunder made the Nets look like a high school team.
yeah,
It was like 60-24 at halftime. That was also crazy to see. That's all I got for the Mavericks. What else do we got to talk about?
let's go into other news. Let's see. The Venezuela officially beat U.S. in the finals of the World Baseball Classic. That happened. Or actually, let me go back. Actually, ignore that I said that. Other news: Dallas edition first. Rashawn Gary, talking about the Cowboys. Rashawn Gary actually took a pay cut when he was traded here, and actually a pretty decent pay cut. He freed up like $6 million of cap space just with his pay cut. So, one, even better deal than it looked like initially. Two, that's a good thing to see from one of your players, you know, that they're willing to take that pay cut, looking for a betterment of the team. Gives us a lot more money to work with. Feels really good.
Especially the player acquired from a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Or free.
Yeah, from trade. So, you know, that means, hopefully it means they're coming here to win.
Yeah.
That means.
Yeah, hopefully that sends a positive message to the rest of the team.
Yeah. And that's good energy to have at the very least. Other news. The Rangers. Their first game of the season against Philadelphia in Philadelphia this Thursday, opening day. Nathaniel Eovaldi announced opening day starter for the third season in a row. Pretty sure last season was the first time in a while that it had been the same starter 2 seasons in a row. So make it 3. Heck yeah, Eovaldi. Love that guy. Expect to see him dominate. It's going to be a good series against Philly.
The Renegades' first game, the 28th.
Yes, in 2 weeks. But start getting ready for that. Again, we start with like 3 home games? 3 or 4?
Yeah, like a good 4 out of... Yeah, a good 4 home game.
4 straight home games to start the season. So, get some tickets to that. It's on a Saturday, right?
Spring football.
Saturday or something?
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday. So.
Saturday the 28th. Watch the Renegades.
Yep. We're gonna get at it. Other news, Dallas edition. Missing anything?
The Dallas Wings get a pay increase.
I think that's it for Dallas edition. Not Dallas edition. Venezuela beats the U.S. in the World Baseball Classic Finals. That's rough, but also the U.S. offense just didn't show up. So,
They
it was a good.
They made it interesting toward the end.
Yeah, Bryce Harper got him that 2-run home run. It was a good game. Both pitching dominated, but we didn't put our closer in the 9th inning for some reason. We didn't put in Mason Miller. Supposedly he was available. Pretty sure he started warming up at one point. I don't know, but they end up scoring in the 9th inning, and we don't. Tough scenes. Venezuela, congratulations, but also, yeah. Other news?
I don't think so.
March Madness is happening.
March Madness is happening.
Go watch that stuff. There are games going on right now as we record. Anything to point out of the games that have happened already? Anything interesting? There hasn't been any major upsets, I don't believe.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody who was expecting Duke to win had a shock.
Yeah.
Duke almost lost.
Yeah, Duke had a close game at least.
I'm pretty sure everybody's looking at Arizona right now. I'm pretty sure that was a team to look at. Obviously, the college that I like, A&M, is playing right now.
Yeah, and that's right now as we're recording. It's happened when you're watching.
Yeah. The Texas Longhorns, the first day of March Madness, won by 2 points.
There you go. So that's happened. Go watch some college basketball. But I think that's all we got. That's all we got.
Yes.
Said the Rangers thing. That's all we got, guys. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed or feel like you learned something, like, share, subscribe. Follow us on our socials. And if you made it this far, comment.
Dallas is number one.
Dallas is number one. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later. Every Friday at 10 o'clock. Goodbye.